Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing a very important, a quick and a short transit, but it is going to be a very impactful one for one and all. And that is Jupiter turning retrograde in the Cancer sign, its Uchasthana, that is its exaltation place. What does exaltation mean actually? Exaltation means someone who's very happy in an exalted state, is comfortable. And this Jupiter is forming an Hamsa yoga also. I hope I'm audible. This is a live session. Please let me know. So when somebody is happy, how does one feel? Definitely, he wants happiness for others also. So that is what is this Jupiter in the Uchasthana like. But do remember, when Jupiter is, or any graha as a matter of fact, is retrograde, the Cheshta Bal is very strong, which means that that particular graha is very close to the planet Earth. So when somebody is very close to someone, that means it has the potency to give the results even more strongly. So this Jupiter, when is retrograde in its exalted place, he feels that something that is unfinished needs to be completed. Something which needs to be taught is supposed to be taught in the retrogression. So this is a very beautiful one. I know that you will say that a retrograde, exalted planet behaves like a debilitated planet. But do remember, a debilitated planet is also very, very strong. And that's true. In Uttara Kala Amrit, it's mentioned that whenever a graha is retrograde, it does become, in its exalted place, it behaves like a debilitated one. But whenever a graha is debilitated, it means it is Ucha Abhilashi also at the same time, because he wants to achieve something which he could not achieve. So that is why don't consider this retrograde Jupiter as a negative Jupiter, as a bad Jupiter, or as a malefic Jupiter. First of all, I wanted to clear this in this video first. Now, this Jupiter is going to be activating, as I've made a separate video of the same as well, in the water trine. Now, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer sign. Mars is in its own zone in Scorpio sign. Saturn is in Jupiter's Nakshatra, in Jupiter's sign in Pisces, forming a triangular connection, which is why it becomes more potent to give the results. What results? I will be sharing in the readings in a bit. But before that, I will be sharing with you my insights on this particular triangle, which is happening because Mercury is also retrograde, Saturn is also retrograde, and this Jupiter is also going to be retrograde. So many retrograde grahas, definitely there has to be something more to happen. It could be good, it could be little, I will not say bad, but yes, it will give some impact or the other on one and all related to your planetary positions in the chart. So how to navigate any grahas transit? So you have to see what dasha you're in. Suppose you want to get married and you say that, oh my God, my dasha is of 8th house planet and maybe that's Jupiter. So maybe this transit is not going to be giving you that good result. But you must see, is there any other aspect of a malefic graha on this? So you have to check everything in, like a consolidated form, not just in isolation, any graha works. You have to see the whole horoscope. And remember that we all are born with a karmic, Rinanu Bandhan. So if we have to face any kind of event, we definitely will face it if at all there is a commitment in your chart, there is a basic promise in your chart, there is an indication in your chart, and then the dasha, and then lastly, the transit is the delivery person. So be prepared that this video is going to be quite an educational one. I always make and try to make it a point that you learn also simultaneously yourself and become an astrologer for yourself. But if you are about to make some major decisions, do remember when Jupiter is Atishari, you are having a potency to make wrong decisions and choices. So be a little careful. And if you want to book a reading with an astrologer, do book it now, because these planetary positions are very, very powerful in the sky. And not necessarily only with me, you can book with any astrologer you trust, you have faith in. Because I'm not doing these live sessions or astrology just for money sake. I get enough money for survival through Vastu. And thank God for that. So if you are really looking for something very important and you have to make any decisions, you're jobless or you're not married or childless or any kind of such events which are troubling you, and relocation, etc. So you should definitely seek help and advice if at all you can't see the horoscope yourself. Okay. So let me start with the the presentation, just a document I have made for you guys so that you can make out what exactly is happening, what kind of transit positions are happening, so that you can make a note of all these also. Okay. So I hope you all can hear me clear, and I just will be sharing with you. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, so as you can see, this is Jupiter's transit into the Cancer sign, and it happened on the 18th of October. And November 11th, that is, it has already happened actually, retrogression has taken place at 0 degrees 56 minutes. And this is the day when Moon is also in Cancer sign. Okay. Um, so this is where, the Gajakesari Yoga is forming. So when any graha is becoming retrograde or is changing signs or is going to be bringing about some energies, you must see that that day where Moon is, that will actually decide what exactly is this transit going to be getting us at. So now Jupiter and Moon will be together in the Cancer sign. So it is like minimizing the impact of this retrogression of this Jupiter. Okay. So when Jupiter is forming a Gajakesari Yoga with Moon, it is a good fortune. It is like, bringing about reflection and internal growth also. So it's definitely a very positive one. And it is forming a connection with Punarvasu Nakshatra, not to forget. So it is also about refunds, family unions. It's Aditi. Punarvasu is Aditi. So properties will be revived, vows will be renewed. Okay. When this kind of a transit happens, and it is the return to the right place. Punarvasu means return to the right place. I hope this is, why is this here? Okay, now it's gone. Okay. So it is about, see, whenever Jupiter is in the Cancer sign, you must remember that it is a very nurturing kind of a Jupiter, a very emotional kind of a Jupiter. So when Jupiter is direct, it is externalizing, expanding things towards outside. And Aditi is restoration also. It is about our home, land, water, lineage. All these are the key themes when Jupiter is in the Cancer sign. And now, when Jupiter is turning retrograde, the themes will be reviews, rectification, repledging, and also what you promised earlier. Now you will be fulfilling those promises also. And this is also about your emotional resafeting. Sometimes you feel emotionally down and out. This retrogression is going to be giving you why, the answer to the why. Why am I feeling this kind of an energy? And also remember that Saturn is going to get direct on the 28th of November. But till then, it is going to be in the retrogression. So this means that this is going to give some healing, strong healing energy also. It is about introspection. You might just go for some therapy. You might just go for purchase of property or land or water sectors, you will be dealing with. So this is about family reunions also. Okay. And moon in Cancer at Jupiter is also, it's a protection. It's a flavor of protection also. And also you must read the classic text, in Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. It's mentioned that when Jupiter and Moon are together in any of the kendras to each other, now they are together, so definitely they are in the kendras only, so it will uplift your mind. It will uplift your mind, respect and protection. This is that kind of energy which is going to play out. A beautiful time period for your dharma, your wisdom to prevail, and the light inwards, that light that you have, if you want to light that light, you can go inwards. And this is good for students, teachings, and all that, is going to get active also. And Saturn, when stationary direct, on the 28th of November, it will give approvals to many. People are waiting actually. Some people have not got the job and they're saying, why we have not got the job? Today only I did a reading, that person is jobless. And, uh, it's actually, Saturn, which is the planet of profession. So when you are jobless, you must remember that it is because of this Saturn energy playing out in your chart somewhere. So when Saturn, and of course, as I said, commitment should be there. So when I looked at the chart, I immediately said that this person will get the job once Saturn turns direct, and post that the dasha also will be coinciding. So January onwards. So that is something, which this is going to be the theme when Saturn is. Any projects which are stuck will start to begin to move forward, actually. Also, Mars is in Scorpio sign, we all know, and so will be Mercury, so will be Sun, so will be Venus later also. Now, Mars is a strong passion energy, it's a very passionate energy, as you can see. So it will give you that drive, it will give you that transformation, but it is also your deep emotional work in this trine which is forming, okay? And this is where, one must prepare for the potential that they have and take it forward. This is what is the key theme of this Jupiter retrogression. Mercury is retrograde as well, as we all know. And yes, it is happening on the 2nd. I've written that also. I've made the video also. That's true Rahu is leaving this zone of Jupiter's Nakshatra, changing the flavor from Guru guided Purva Bhadra to Shatabisha on December 2nd. Breakthroughs become bolder, but also more volatile. I've spoken about it in the previous video. You can watch that. But I will be making a separate video of Jupiter's nakshatra. Rahu is coming out and is going to be in its own nakshatra. Breakthroughs will become bolder. Remember, Rahu, when it's in its own zone, or you are in the Rahu Dasha, you are carefree, you are bold, you will make decisions easily, you're more volatile, you're more aggressive in making decisions. And that too in its own nakshatra is going to be. So you're going to be, actually becoming more Rahu driven in life with this nakshatra changings also. And Jupiter will be also getting demoted and collapsing the water trine mode, and will be again looking at this Rahu. So again, that will be a very positive thing to happen. So when we talk about this Mercury retrogression, it is also about clarifying your communication, because Mercury is communication, education, your anything to do with travels, but it can lead to potential delays also. You can expect that to happen. It's in the Scorpio sign after all. So technological glitches may happen as well. Also, Sun and Venus will be in Scorpio sign, as you all know, in trine to this Jupiter when Jupiter is retrograde. That is why I'm explaining each and everything to you guys, so that you're prepared, because we cannot just say that Jupiter is retrograde, so and so Lord is retrograde in Cancer sign, so it is going to bring about these results. Sorry, that's not how transits are to be seen. When I'm saying that Jupiter is in the nakshatra of its own, and it's going to be forming a connection with Saturn, which is in Pisces sign, it's definitely the trinal connection is very important. Sun and Venus will be moving into Scorpio, and that is when the intensity will be amplified, because Jupiter, wherever looks, amplification happens. So relationship, emotions, and connectivity and focus on personal values and desires will be even more. And also, Rahu Ketu, I just mentioned that it is going to be in December 2nd, it is going to be in Shatabisha, which somebody just mentioned. I have made already this note, and I've already given this in the previous video also. So when Rahu and Jupiter video I have made, please do watch all these videos, because some people just comment, but they don't watch the videos. And that why you are just considering this transit. It's not that. I have made several videos that there has to be basic commitment, there has to be dasha, then that is the ladder we have to follow. Basic commitment, dasha, and the transit. Dasha and transit are not the event creators. Please, Ketu is in Leo sign, which is positioned from Jupiter in the second house. So these are very karmic. Spiritual growth will happen, and creativity, self-expressions, and beliefs also. Now, when Jupiter is retrograde, you must understand that in the classical 10 lens, if you see, Vakra means it's going to be the maximum cheshta bal they have. So it is going to be from the Sagittarius sign and Pisces sign. It is forming a 6-8 relationship, and it's forming a 5-9 relationship from its own lordship. So it is about knowledge, inheritance, insurance, but demands purification first. So detox debt, end entanglements, face taboo truths. This is positive when you do the 8th house work. Okay. Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra says that when Jupiter Guru becomes most protective, it is going to give the maximum positive results. If it is allied with the Lord of the sign he is posited, that is Moon, then it is becoming even more stronger. So this is like, surgery without surgical process, but with a very sharp, what do you call, it's like without anesthesia, I would say. So people will have that churning also, because it is in retrogression. So least when your speech or promises, that is second, Ketu is there, and ethics, 9th house are aligned, are not aligned well. So if they are aligned well, so it is a beautiful surgical process which requires that. And if it is not, then that means it is going to be giving you some troubles here and there. So you must actually, just, I think it's a blessing time period for you. Just return and repair, review, refund, revisions, renegotiations. All these are the key themes. So if you have to shift the story to documents, deals, data, all these will definitely be the key theme, especially when Jupiter is demoted on the 5th. So this is what is the key theme of this transit. And globally, we know what is happening. So Jupiter's retrogression might bring about some grace. It might bring about some grace, because what is happening when Jupiter was exalted, Rahu was free. It was a free bird, out of bounds, it said. Let me just share with you this. So when any kind of troubles happen, they happen when Rahu and Ketu are very strong. And you must understand that Saturn is also in the nakshatra ruled by Jupiter. And this happens every 30 years when Saturn moves into Jupiter's nakshatra, especially this Purvabhadra nakshatra, when Jupiter is forming a connection with Saturn. So this is going to be playing out the maximum results like these, whatever is happening in the world, the war, the terrorism, etc., all the attacks which are happening is happening because of these trinal connectivity and Rahu being just out of bounds. And, it's just getting all sorts of connectivity with Mars also, and it is getting connection with no benefic graha also. So that is the reason all this happens. Anyways, this is what I wanted to speak about. If you have any questions, you can put up in the when I'm doing the videos. So in between, if the sign wise predictions when I do, so you can check with me if you have any queries related to only the transits, okay, of Jupiter, or any, like, obviously other transits are also going to be taking place, so it is important any which ways. So we are going to be discussing as per the ascendant, moon, and the dasha sign, as I always take. Let me write it: ascendant, moon, and the dasha sign. Okay. Dasha sign is when you talk about the dasha of yours, make that your first house and see where the positions of the transits are. So we are going to be talking about Aries first. All right. See, for Aries, it was a Hamsa yoga. So please don't mind me saying anything which is not positive for you or not that favorable. So please, disclaimer, these are all generic predictions. I hope you all understand that. So coming to the Aries reading first. So when we talk about Aries, it is going to be the fourth house transit of this Jupiter in retrogression. So when Jupiter is retrograde in the fourth house, it means that it is going to be connecting with your 8th and 12th as well. So this might just bring about some issues in the property related matters. It might just be giving you some issues in your, in your write-ups, in your insurance related matters, or maybe some documentation. 8th house is teamwork also. So that will be supportive only when Jupiter is, if you do the Jupiterian work. See, when Jupiter was direct before the 11th of November, so it gave you that settlements, you could do anything and everything. But now with retrogression, it is going to be giving you some redoing of paperwork, vastu, or maybe, care routines or emotional reparenting. So anything to do with the ancestral reclustering, you might just be doing that, or just finishing off the paperwork. So you are just doing it again because it is Jupiter in the Kendra in the fourth house turning retrograde. So it can give you some issues in sleep also. Expenditures might increase with this. And also it is going to be giving you some faith because it is the 9th house ruler as well. So this might just give you some distant horizons. You might just travel. Now is the time which, this is going to trigger traveling, expenditures, pilgrimage. Also, it is good for preachiness. You might just be giving some, without the disclaimer, we preach, that kind of a thing can also trigger up. So just put the disclaimer that, okay, I'm going to be telling you this, so it's up to you. So don't just go ahead and start teaching and preaching without anybody's, liking, if they say okay, so it's okay. And scholarship, publishing, spiritual travel, charity that resets karma is going to be there. Sleep leaks, just be careful about your sleep because it is going to be the trinal impact also. Sun and Venus will be also in your 8th house. So this is the time when you have to take care of your reputation also. Do not utter anything which is, because Jupiter is now going backwards. It's Vakra. So it means that whatever you have planned, you have to redo that now related to 4th house. Take care of your mom's health also now. In case you have to travel, maybe you have to recheck the itinerary because Mercury is also retrograde. For investment purpose, also Rahu is in your 8th house from Jupiter. So this might just be bringing about that inclination to make money out of money. And you will get the opportunity also. Just take it easy. I'm not saying don't do it, but don't get carried away and do things which might just give you some issues later. Okay. And also, the best thing is if you have anything to do with Jupiter giving you trouble here, like, you're not able to connect with your guru, the mentors, or you're not able to speak up what you wish to convey. So you should recite Vishnu Sahasranam, you should visit Vishnu shrine also, or simply just donate yellow sweets or yellow color clothes to the priest. So that will be balancing the energies, because Jupiter is not forming Hamsa Yoga anymore, because it's a cancellation when it is moving backwards. But Moon, to start with, is conjunct this Jupiter. So this is like a Gajakesari theme also. So this is good for you guys, in a way. To start with, it is giving you very good results. But gradually, it might just fade away and you have to review things. It is the key theme of this Jupiter, basically, in retrogression. So let's not put the blame on this Jupiter if something is not moving in your direction. So you just see whether you're in the dasha of Jupiter or not. Also, Jupiter here can bring about some breakup in your relationship also. So be prepared for it, because it is in the 12 places away from your fifth house also. And this might just be the time when you are you've conceived and you hear some issues have some problem has developed. So don't ignore it, because now whatever you will do, that will actually happen only after June. Whatever you will sow now, you will reap the results in June. So this is the time just to stay calm and easy, take things easy now. Okay, don't expect too much. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this Jupiter is going to be turning retrograde in your third house zone. Now, you see, Jupiter, when is turning retrograde in the third house, it's a Marnakarak Sthana. Always remember, it is that place where Jupiter doesn't do that great. Why? Because Jupiter is not a bold graha, okay, and is also a Karak graha. A Karak as in, it is a inimical planet or not a friendly planet to this Lagna. So when Jupiter is in the third house, it is retrograde, exalted retrograde, so it is going to give you good results. It's minus, it is like, plus 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 till now. Now it is going to be minus minus plus, because it's in the Manakarak Sthan also, and it is retrograde also. It is exalted retrograde, so it is definitely very positive for you guys. In case you have, see, when it was direct, it was good for your siblings, it was good for short journeys, it was good for public facing collaborations, etc. But with retrogression, it might just give you the rescripts and branding, but it is good for renegotiations also, or if you want to start something new or key network, because Saturn is also in the trine to itself. So this is definitely going to stabilize your network also. And also there will be some gains and promises through, research, and you're going to be doing well in wherever the stuck up energy is towards your insurance, partners' money. It is good for your powerful networks, and it is good for your shakeups and litigation, etc. You're going to be getting the relief as well. And also over reliance on windfalls is not advisable, because you have a Saturn also in the 11th house. So avoid any kind of dependency on the share market, etc., because Mercury is also retrograde. But it is good time for restructuring in case you have to plan your future and mature alliances. This is also a good time. Crisis management can be done when Jupiter is here. So that is what, and Jupiter is also the ruler of your 8th house, not to forget that, and also your 11th. So this is the time when you can have some issues in your relationship. Your partner can have some health issues, so you have to take care, or maybe you will be meeting a potential partner during this time. Different kind of a relationship, very I will not say it is going to be a stable kind, because if you meet someone during the retrogrades, it is not going to continue for long, especially if the dasha is also of Rahu or Ketu. So that is something. So I would suggest reads Vishnu Sahasranamam, or if you can just donate some leafy vegetables to the to the animals, it is good. And Mercury is also retrograde. So Venus is also going to be in the trine. So this is going to be giving you some relief here with Venus transiting. Venus is in its own zone, though. Lagnesh is in its own zone, but will be transiting the 7th house as well. So that is in trine to Jupiter. So it might just amplify or, introduce you to someone at the workplace. You might just meet someone in the workplace. Rahu's there in the Kendra to Venus as well. So this is something which can, and as regards to progeny, this is a good time period if you want to conceive. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Gemini. So for Gemini natives, this Jupiter is going to be transiting your 2nd house. And it is going to be triggering your 6th house energies, your 10th house energies also. So when it was direct, so I'm just comparing and letting you know what happened. And now you can tell me what you experience. So cash flow, food routines, family harmony, skill monetization, all that happened. But when it is retrograde, you need to check what you need to really purchase. So you need to audit your savings, your expenditures, speech, especially fix your diet with Jupiter retrograde, your throat region. Some people have thyroid issues, when Jupiter is in the 2nd house. So you need to really work on that. And 6th house is litigation, work, you need to detox your workplace also. And Saturn is also in the 10th house. So you need to really push your work, the projects that you're working on, you should push it and try to complete the tasks, on time, because then you will definitely have the leadership credibility, or whatever you're doing, you will get the credibility for that as well. Venus, Sun, Mars, Mercury, they all will be soon in the Scorpio sign, though Mercury will get retrograde demoted in the 5th house. So that's good for your kids, of course, for conception, etc. But you must be very, very careful about your investments. And in relationships also, you need to be little careful, because there can be somebody who can, just come back from the past, X, and can give you some issues and troubles here and there. And they can be that you get entrapped in some litigation, etc., or some kind of agenda that person is going to be bringing about, because Jupiter is a positive graha and Venus is in your 5th house right now. So it can make you quite sexually agile as well. And also it is going to be forming a Kendra Adhipati Yoga, a dosha, because I will not say dosha, but it is the ruler of the Kendras. It's trining to Saturn also and Mars also. So this can bring about more partnerships, and it can bring about, you must define reputation now. And it is good for big clients. So just that you have to be very careful with the contracts that you're signing. You read them well. And also, because it is your 7th and the 10th lord, so you need to take care of the blind spots. There can be something which is not ethical, which is happening with Jupiter retrogression. Jupiter is an ethical planet. When it's going retrograde, it says, okay, I can do this, I'm because it is not with that straight drishti. It's not looking at you. And also it is the 7th house ruler, which is also the Maraka. It is the Maraka sthana also in the 2nd house. So it becomes like a Marak planet right now, with the 2nd and the 7th houses getting active. The retrogression will be saving grace, for your work, for your expenditures. It'll, plug those expenditures. But at the same time, it is your 7th lord also. So it is formalizing the alliances. Maybe there will be some break in the business proposal that you got when Jupiter was direct. And now again, you will be reviewing it, or maybe, you want to just not take it up at all. So just plan everything well. And contract signing, you must read them well. And leadership roles, if you want to take up, so you can be getting that as well. This is good for upgrades, because Saturn is also going to be turning direct. So the trinal connectivity says, and from Jupiter, there's a Ketu also there in the 2nd house. So any kind of dental issue or anything to do with your siblings relationship, if you want to work on. So all that also you have to take care of. And Venus and Saturn are going to be also forming Venus and Saturn, and like one by one, every planet is going to be in trine. So it is about your relationship questions, which is going to be getting very serious, that you are involved with right now. But make sure that in retrogrades, you, if propose someone, this might just be a very temporary one, or there can be a break also. This relationship might just not be going forward. So because Mercury is also your Lagnesh, which is retrograde, and it's forming a connection with the Kendra ruler. So can you see all the Kendras, dual signs, and forming a connection? So it can lead to some new relationship, break in relationship, and then reviewing the old relationships also. Be it workplace, be it your partner, spousal relationship. So you're going to be working on that. Mars, whenever transits the sixth house or looks at it, and if you have a Mars or Ketu in the sixth house, so it can bring about breaks in your relationship, but good for competitive spirit. You will definitely be a winner and shine. Okay. Coming to the next one. So yeah, remedy wise, you can donate yellow dal or chickpeas, split chickpeas to the needy, or you can just, touch the feet of your guru, mentor every morning, or your father, in fact, because Rahu is there in your ninth house as well. Or you can simply just water a sacred tree or a plant um, every morning. That is also a good remedy. And Vishnu Sahasranamam, or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya chants ending with Om will be good for you as well. Okay. Coming to the next one. These are safe remedies, nothing to worry. Coming to the next one, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this transit of Jupiter is going to be over your first house in retrogression. Now you have to see what happened when Jupiter was in the first house. Wasn't it good? Didn't it give you confidence? Didn't it glow you up? But do remember, it is also a planet of weight gain. It is an expansive energy. It makes you very creative. It is also the Lord of the Sixth, so it can give you some health issues. And you will be blessed with children during with the child when Jupiter is in, as it is in your first house or is transiting your first. Now with Jupiter transiting the first house in retrogression, so it means that it is identity reset happening for you. Okay. Maybe, you are going to be restating the boundaries. You might be revisiting a course or a manuscript, or children's work schedules will be reworked. Or if you're a student, you're going to be changing your subject also, with Mercury also retrograde. But what I always suggest is that do not at any cost go ahead with any kind of major changes when there are too many retrogrades in the sky. Mercury is the karaka for education. Jupiter is the karaka for your wisdom, also children. So Saturn is the karaka for profession. So you need to be little careful about these decisions, and they're forming a connection. Can you see the water trine is getting active as well? So when Jupiter is retrograde, and this is the time that you have to reschedule or work on your identity also. What do you really want in life? You're going to be thinking of that. Also, you might just reopen travel, visa, dharma matters, because Saturn is in your ninth house, and Saturn will be getting direct also. So blend of duty and blessing with this. This might just be the time when you will lift legal matters, competitions, health routines. Sixth Lord, after all, is turning retrograde. So mentors aid disputes, moralizing, unpaid service, taking on others is karma. All these are also there, you need to be careful about. It's better that don't hurt or harm anybody, because Jupiter is moving, inching backwards towards your Gemini sign as in the 12th house as well. So it's better that you are on the reconciliation mode rather than just breaking away from the relationship or people. And there can be some court settlement if you have legal battles going on. So this will be the time when that can also happen. And also, it is the time to be more disciplined in your sadhana, or whatever you are doing. Sadhana is also, maybe sitting for, just 5 minutes, but, you're just internalizing. You have that me time, as we say, just work on yourself. Think what thoughts you're getting. So maybe some people like journaling, especially Cancer natives should journal, because they have a Gemini in the 12th house, and not talk and blabber too much, because Gemini is like, talking too much. So you need to be careful about your wastage of time should not be more on talking and preaching. Rather, you should spend more time in writing. What do you really want? What do you really like? All these are the key themes when Jupiter is turning retrograde. So maybe, you have to reconcile with your father during this time. So talk it out, and maybe you will meet your gurus from the past connections also. Somebody is asking about uh, where is the question gone? Yeah, Jupiter in the 12th house in Cancer. So yeah, so Jupiter in the 12th house in Cancer. Oh, okay. So you're a Leo, that means. So Kark Lagna, 4th house, Ketu, Mahadasha, divorce file hoga, ma'am, during Jupiter retro time. See, Isha, when you talk about such major important decisions and major important questions, no, you cannot depend on the transit positions. See, you are in the Ketu Dasha. Ketu is in your 4th house. No doubt it is not considered to be that good. It is not good for staying in the at home. It is not that great for your mother. It is not that great for your peace, mental peace also. But what about the Jupiter's connectivity with Ketu? That is something we need to see in your personal chart. I hope you understood what I mean. With this, I've just mentioned also that legal battles will just come to a conclusion, or there can be some reconciliations with Jupiter retrogression, because it is moving backwards towards the 12th, looking at your 6th house. So that is something which is, and for competitive exams also, this is a good combination as compared to Jupiter direct. Okay. So I hope I answered your question. Okay. For Libra, one question is there. I'll answer later. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. For Leo natives, this transit of Jupiter is going to be in your 12th house. And Jupiter is also, in the direct motion when Jupiter was, it was giving you that healing energy. Generally, you tend to learn more. Maybe you will form a connectivity with some foreign institute, and you will learn more. Some foreign ties and also home improvements. You're focused on that because it's looking at your 4th house as well in the direct motion. Now, it is in the retrogression. So when it is in the retrogression mode, it is good for, taking care of your own self, your body, or somebody's in the hospital, or some insurance paperwork, because it is looking at your 8th house as well. Finalize backroom negotiations, back end, or work as behind the scenes. Okay, so that is something which will give you some clarity even more. You don't expect to be in the limelight. Okay, it is good for leaving your country and going to a foreign land. It is going to trigger all of that as well. It is good for deep therapy, for healing. Expenditures, you will now review. Oh, I have spent so much money, I think I should stop now. All those things also can be the key theme with Jupiter in the 12th house zone. Also, when Saturn gets direct in trine to this Jupiter, because Jupiter is the 8th lord looking at this Saturn. So this might bring about some changes now. There is an overhauling at the workplace also going to happen, because it's after all the 8th lord. But Jupiter retrogression is still better, when Jupiter will get direct and will look at Saturn, that is from June next year onwards. That will be the time when you have to be a little cautious. Jupiter is Ucha at that time. So 8th house lord exalted. I know you will say that, oh, it's forming a Viprit Raja Yoga, but it is going to be about some reviewing of your health, your documentation, insurance. All those things will play out again. Some negotiations might take place, some loans settling will happen, but at the same time, you're going to be working on the shared assets as well. Now, you see, there is a very creative streak when Jupiter is in the Cancer sign. It's a very creative sign also. So what happens? You can be very good in writing. You can be very good during this time writing poetry. You can be very good at diligent work, investments. You're thinking of that. And it's good for children's education also. It's just that you should not take any risks during this time. It is going to be giving you some trouble here and there in money matters. No romantic entanglements. If you get involved, it might just be a very difficult time period to come out of it, if at all you have any kind of issues in the romance also. And maybe it's a secret relationship, you can get entrapped in that as well. It can bring about some inheritance drama. So if you want to get into any kind of research work, it's a good time period. Occult science, it is a good time period. Just you can go for speculative plays, but with risk controls. Don't get carried away and do things. And also lineage rituals, if you can do, this will be a very good time period for you guys. Okay, see, you lost money. Somebody's asking, because the Leo rising people, you lost money because Jupiter was in the Gemini sign. Not just Jupiter, it was actually it was Rahu also in trine to this Jupiter. So what happens? Jupiter is the 8th lord. So when you invest left, right, and center, this will give you some issues. Remember that. So you need to see what lordship it has. It is the 5th lord. So you have inclination for making money out of money, speculative income. But Jupiter says, no, Jupiter is not that graha. It is the 8th lord also. So when 8th lord is looking Rahu, it will amplify those energies. So you will lose money. So you have to be, those risk controls need to be there when Jupiter is in these places. Okay. So, so this is what, so I think you should, just take it easy. If you are talking about, this Jupiter in the 12th house, you should take things easy. And if you can light a ghee lamp for Aditi, that is Punarvasu on Thursdays, very nice, because it is in Punarvasu Nakshatra also. Okay, so you can light in the east direction in the evening, diya or tea light or a candle. It is sufficient. Okay, because 5th December onwards, it's going to be coming back to your Gemini sign. So it's 8th lord looking at Rahu. So be careful about the energies. I hope you understood. Coming to the next one, that is, oops, one sec. This always opens. Okay. So this is for Virgo natives now. So for Virgo, this is the Jupiter's ingress in your 11th house. And it is going to be activating, looking at your Scorpio sign. Trine is getting active. Saturn is in trine. Mercury, Mars, Sun, Venus, one by one, they all will be in trine. So you see, this is what must have happened when Jupiter was direct in your 11th house. It gave you gains, some monetary gains you must have had, because Jupiter is the Kendra Lord also in the 11th house. So it must have given you some audiences. You must have pulled the audience if you are a YouTuber, Instagram handle if you have, or something like that. So you must have really done well. And also it must have amplified the friend circle. It must have given you that patrons, as we say. Launches will do well when Jupiter was here. Content pipeline crackles. But when it is retrograde, you need to curate your circle now. You need to be careful of what you really want from your, friends. There can be some hidden agenda that you carry or some friends of yours carry with Jupiter in retrogression. So you need to be careful about that. You need to be careful with the friends or the love relationship that you get involved in. So that is something you need to be careful about as well. When Saturn turns direct, you might just, it might just trigger your marriage, but it is only for 5 days when Jupiter and Saturn will be direct. Okay, and Mercury too. So all of them, will be not direct. I mean, it will be coming back to the 10th house. So it is like, giving you that clarity at that time, what partner you want or what relationship you can have, the better relationship. Also, it is owning the two kendras. So it is a kendra adipati yoga, which is a mixed yoga, though dosha we call it. So it can give you some problems in the domestic peace with this Jupiter retrogression. Also, it can amplify property, vehicles linked to spouse, partner, mother, inner stability, because seventh lord also. But the thing is that it can be giving you a lot of obligations to fulfill also. Some obligations, related to partnership, related to home. Maybe you will be signing some documents now related to your property, real estate, and this is also giving you that uh, you know it's not maraka potential, but it is also, because Saturn is there in the seventh house in Jupiter's sign, so it can give you something related to partnership, business issues you can have. So you need to be careful. Generally, when there is a kendra dosha, kendra adipati dosha, we say, means the lord of the kendra is um, uh, ucha and then retrograde. So it can bring about that kind of issue in the marriage, in relationship, in property related matters. Also, you might just leave your country and shift to some other place, because Ketu is also in trine and Mars is in the third house. So that all that can happen. It is also best for property paperwork, mediation, some collaborations, although it is not bad. But at the same time, you need to be a little careful about your relationships. You should not plan any kind of separation, divorce. If you file, it might just get prolonged because Rahu's there in your sixth house. So all that you have to be a little careful about. But overall, I see this retrogression will give you some relief, because when there is a dosha or the planet is weak in a horoscope and it gets retrograde, exalted retrograde, so it becomes a debilitated planet. So it is definitely very positive for you. So if you can donate to the girls some education stuff or some education cause, you can give them, especially on Thursdays. If you can donate, all the more better for you. And also, you should light or fast, or just have light meals on the Punarvasu Nakshatra when moon is passing through, or when it's a Thursday. Have lighter foods. And also, I must tell you, this might just bring about progeny, childbirth also, if you're planning to. But risk, you must control it, take it easy as regards to your investments is concerned. So that way, it is not a bad thing. But, like, I'm just forewarning you, if you don't take it easy, see, Jupiter says fixed deposit, just fix where you are protected, you're safe, that I'm going to be making money here. So that kind of fixed deposit you can do. But going for, shares, crypto, etc., this is not advisable. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Libra. There's a question also for Libra. Okay. So for Libra, this is the 10th house transit of Jupiter in retrogression. And it is in trine to your 6th house, 2nd house, and all the grahas one by one will be there as well. Your second and you see your second and your 10th and your 6th houses are getting active here. So your career, when it was direct, it was your career spotlight that you got, that you deserved also. Things were very beautiful at the workplace. People were giving you that those acknowledgements. The bosses were acknowledging your work. You were getting that authority. Your voice was heard in a way. Now, with this retrogression, what is happening? I know Libra will be asking maximum questions. So I'll take up. So what happens when Jupiter is retrograde? Now, this is about, retitle your role. Maybe there is something to do with your workload, which is going to, or your profile, which is going to change. Your workload might increase. Your boss might change. That can also happen. You might just renegotiate your CTC. Okay. And also correct your legacy dues. Correct them during this time. And when Saturn is also in trine, it will definitely, give you, that steadier routines. You will have steadier routines, and you will have that team hygiene also. You'll be working on that. And also there is a possibility, because it is also the ruler of your third and the sixth, so that means there's this is the three Shaddai ruler. Three Shaddai ruler transiting the 10th house, and there is a planet in the 11th house also. So this becomes a stronger Jupiter for you, because it is not a friendly graha, first of all. And when it is retrograde, forming a Hamsa yoga means it was not giving that strength to the 10th house zone. But it gave you that limelight, it gave you that job that you were waiting for. But now it is getting you're going to be actually signing everything. Now you're going to start. You have been interviewed, you have done everything, so now it is going to be giving you some positive energy, and confidence level is also going to increase. Also, this is a functional malefic, we all know that. Okay, so this actually might just increase sibling rivalry or sibling, because it's the third lord also. So it might just give sibling politics. It might just push you with skills, writing, sales, daily routines, etc., because it is your sixth lord also. But it is good if you resolve the conflicts with ease rather than prolonging it. It's not going to help you otherwise. And also the politics that is playing out at the workplace also, you need to mellow down a bit and don't participate in it. Okay, and this is good for certification program. If you want to go in for any kind of enhancement in the certification program, you can do it. And also it is good for rehab, fitness, tidy closure of petty disputes, any kind of disputes or legal matters you're entrapped in. Okay, so you can handle it with care. You can consume milk and turmeric in the night before going to bed. It will be good for your health. And you can also donate chana dal. Half kg of chana dal will be good. Avoid gossiping. And on Thursdays you can donate chana dal. Take care of your words and speech, because it can bring about some issues here and there. Also, there's a question I must pick up. Oh, hi. How are you? So this is saying, I'm starting a new job soon, but I'm nervous about my capabilities. See, lack of confidence happens when Jupiter is the third lord. Remember, third and the sixth lord. So it might just give you that lack of confidence. Mars is there in the trine, so don't worry. You will handle the situations well. Do one thing. Take hard turmeric, the dry turmeric, wrap it in a yellow cloth and carry it in your wallet. See, we are attracting. See, rather than wearing the gemstone, I'm just giving you a turmeric. Turmeric, all the grahas denote something or the other. So when you're carrying turmeric, you're actually warding off the negative energies from yourself. So you will gain that confidence. You will be able to speak well. And of course, your dasha is the ruler, is the king. So what kind of dasha you're in, that plays out the maximum important role. But still, you need to if you need to have that confidence, you must invite those grahas and make them powerful. So Mars is also the is confidence, but it's a Maraka Graha, so I don't want to aggravate it. So you can donate something in reds to your brother, or you can give it to your husband. Give something. Donate as in like you need to just give it to your, maybe some red color sweets. You can make something in bread, and or maybe add a little bit of saffron, make a kheer or something, and give it to or jaggery. So you can give it to your husband or your brother. So you should do that. Also, you can, like, for confidence, what happens when you're lacking the confidence, you should actually worship Lord Hanuman for that. Everybody should worship because he's the one who will give you that courage and confidence. So worship Lord Hanuman. That is the key. For Libra, I hope I answered your question, beta. Okay. And now Libra ascendant, Aries, Moon, Rahu, Mahadasha, Saturn, Pratyantar, ongoing, Sarasati, looking for abroad PhD opportunities, but no positive response. When can I get an offer? See, this is very difficult to say, because you are in the, being a, of course, this is Saturn, which is retrograde. So you might just get the opportunity once Saturn turns direct, and Jupiter, when it comes back on the 5th December to your ninth house. These are all indications which we can get from the transit positions right now. And with the kind of dasha that you're in, Rahu generally gives you overseas stay also, if at all it is, that powerful. So Rahu has to have some positive influence on it also. So it'll be good. And for PhD, your Venus should be strong, because Venus is your eighth lord also. And if Moon is exalted in the eighth house, even then you can do the PhD. Okay. See, for positive response, I cannot say it's a personal question, but yeah, you can for, all this, you should actually for PhD, for research work, you should actually strengthen your Mercury. So how you can do it? You can, just be good at speech, first of all, communicate what your thoughts are, write them well, and you can also you can donate something to the girl child also. Okay, to the girl child. I hope I've answered the questions. Okay, you can make gajar ka halwa and give it. Okay, beta. Okay, let's move on to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this Jupiter, and all the best to you guys. So Jupiter is going to be in your ninth house, and the trinal houses are getting active as well. So here it is going to be the ruler of the second house, fifth house, transiting in retrogression. So when it was direct, let's come to that, and then we'll be able to judge better how this transit is going to be. So when it was direct, it was good for your, it enhanced your luck. Suddenly, sometimes you feel that, there's some divine grace, oh, I was crossing the road and it was a close shave. I would have met with an accident. Oh, I was just, getting out of the house, and, this person had come to give my package. Thank God I was there and I got the package in time, which was a very important one. It would have gotten misplaced. So these are all nitty-gritty, small things that you must have experienced with Jupiter when it was direct. Now with Jupiter retrogression, what is happening is, whatever the publication, writing of books, learning, certification program, upskilling yourself, etc., 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 was happening. So now those things you will be reviewing. You'll be editing the book. You'll be editing the work that you have done. You'll be recalibrating everything, or your beliefs also. You might just be going in for a romance. You'll be reviewing it, whether I want to continue with this or I will not be. So all these are going to be the themes which are going to play out. So you have to say about yourself, and you have to see what happened, and is it really giving you the positive results or not. Your personal magnetism must have also surged. You must have traveled, or you must have met your guru, you must have, your father's health must have improved. All those things would have happened. It was just from 18th October till the 11th November when it was direct. Now with this stationary retrograde Jupiter, it might just be a recalibration time. Recalibrating is something which in these areas must happen also. If you have to suppose purchase a property, if you don't review the documents well, or maybe there's a disputed one, so it will not help. It will be a negative thing which can happen. So family assets, education, children, mantra, all these might just be the key themes. Now it's about dogmatism. You have to be careful about your weight. You might just have weight sugar issues with retrogression. But it is good for teaching, family trust, scholarship funds, creative publications. All this you will be reviewing and then going ahead with it. So if you have anything which you have decided to do, now will be, again, you will be reviewing, oh, I must do it. In impulse, you have made a decision. But now you're reviewing it. I don't want to do it right now. I want to take it some more. I want to give it some more time. So that is what is retrogression about. And also, this is a good time if you can do seva as, as a teacher, if you can donate your education, your knowledge to someone, not education, educate someone, but give your knowledge to someone. So that is good. Donate yellow fruits, water a tulsi plant, that is holy basil plant. Okay, that is something. Or Vishnu Sahasranamam. If you're doing Vishnu Sahasranamam, you must do Lalita Sahasranamam as well. If you're doing Vishnu Sahasranam in the morning, do Lalita Sahasranamam in the evening. That is what Dr. Kian Rosser has always taught us. Now, for Scorpio in the natal chart, I have retro Jupiter in the 6th house. All right. And I'm running Jupiter Mahadasha. And as soon Sun Antardasha will start in a week, and soon Sun Dasha will start in a week, it's in the 11th. But will I be getting promotion or hike? See, you must understand that Jupiter in the 6th house is not considered to be that good. Okay, first of all. So Jupiter being the ruler of the 2nd house, being the ruler of the 5th house, in the 6th house, you need to you have to go through a lot of competition. Okay, you have to go through a lot of struggle to achieve whatever you have been thinking of. See, bigger Jupiter is bigger, so bigger enemies, bigger competition. You have to align everything really well. Now, with Sun Dasha, which is 6 from 6, where it is placed, it's in the 11th house. So it's a good Dasha for you because it's a 10th Lord in the 11th. So fulfillment of desires will happen. Routine, just follow the strict routine. Also have good rapport, maintain good rapport with your seniors and bosses. Also leave your ego aside and things are going to fall in place. And as it is, Rahu is there in your 4th house. So you're going to be getting the promotion any which ways. Okay, don't worry about it. Even if it's not a promotion, you'll get the hike because Saturn is also turning direct. So don't worry about it. Good time period for you. Okay, coming to for Virgo, I will give towards the end there. Okay, please, because it's already gone. So it won't be right for the ones who are waiting for their readings right now. It's a live session, as you all know. So for Sagittarius natives, let's come to Sagittarius now. Sagittarius, your Lagnesh is going to be transiting your 8th house and it's going to be retrograde. So it's minus plus for you guys because it is the 8th house and it's retrograde. So it is definitely good. Now let's go back and see when it was direct from 18th October till the 11th of November, what all happened. So you must have gone in some research work or getting into the depth and detail of something. Emotions were very heightened also. Maybe, some occult study behind the scenes, you must have been working. Now, when Jupiter is retrograde, it's deep karmic cleanup, which is going to take place. Detox, debt restructuring, therapy, joint asset clarity. Also, you might just arrive to some decision making now, whether I want to do this or not. You're getting more real, you're more practical. And also, practical in what? Okay, I need this property. I need to clear this. I need to clear the dues. I need to get out of the litigation that I'm entrapped in. I want to travel. I want to learn more. I want to gain that knowledge. So all these you will get real. You're not going to be in the superficial mode any longer because it's again visiting the 7th house of yours. And for you also, it is a Kendradipati yoga, dosha. Okay. Now it is also ruling your 4th house. So first in the 4th house. So this is about your identity, vitality, your emotional foundation. These all will rise. And also, your homes, you will maybe get closer to the temples or the religious place even more. You will connect with those even more. Your mother will be like a guru now. She will be giving you that kind of support as well. Okay. But the thing is that you have to be more that the path is that you need to follow is of righteousness. Make sure that you're following the right path, not a shorter route and making decisions. It might just give you some real estate related entanglements. Read the papers very carefully. And in case you are in any kind of physical relationship during this time, it might just be coming into the limelight. The secrecy level is going to be, it is not going to be a secret anymore. So you need to be cautious about these energies as well. And also it is about community leadership because it is your 1st house. So it is going to be positive for your personal growth, your personal physical growth also. So you need to take care of your physical health, because it can bring about weight gain as well. So I think you should, I always used to do, because it's your Lagnation, the fourth lord. So take a small pitcher, bowl, maybe a blue, copper vessel, or any kind of brass bowl, or any metal which is, permissible, not the steel. So you can just put some water and yellow color flowers and place it under the sun on Thursdays in the morning. So bring it inside on Thursday itself in the evening, and you can, just sprinkle that water in the house, everywhere, especially in your bedroom, you should, and in your study. If you have kids, you should just sprinkle on the kids as well. So you should cleanse your house with that water. And whatever is left, you should just put it in a tree or a plant. If you have a backyard, you can just put it there. Before it is completely dark, you should do it. So the sun is just on the verge of setting. So you have to just sprinkle it and then just water that in the plants. So this is something which will really enhance your 8th house energy. It will enhance the 8th house Jupiterian energy, which will also minimize the negative impact of this Jupiter. So just try doing it, and I'm sure you're good to go. And you must actually also, anything to do with the risky ventures, if you're thinking of, you should avoid. And anything to do with your relationship, litigation, etc., you should not start anything right now. In retrogression, you should not start these important events of your life. You should wait. Okay. Generally, it is Jupiter. Jupiter will give the maximum results. It's the closest to the Earth when it is retrograde. It is 0 degrees. It is moving backwards. So it is a demoted Jupiter. It is inching backwards towards. So there are certain things that you have to review now. Check them well. Whatever, your documents, your papers, your job, your relationship, your children, as a student, if you are a student, you have to review everything again. Okay. The learning process should be on. Coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, this transit of Jupiter is going to be in your 7th house in retrogression. Now, Capricorn, you must understand that Jupiter is also looking at your, the trinal linkages there. Let me check the mic well, because I'm somewhere else. So yeah. Okay. I think so. It's fine. I hope so. Okay. So what happens when Jupiter is in the 7th house, when it was direct? Now, there were some strong alliances. You must have met someone. Okay. You must have met someone, some people, business proposals must have come in, because it is in trine to Saturn and Mars also. So there must have been some PR wins that you have experienced. Community rallies must have happened. You must have collaborated. You must have enhanced your relationship with others, partnership, business, relationship, whatever you can call it. So these things definitely are going to be now the theme is, when it is in retrogression, you need to revow your partnerships. You need to review your partnerships. You need to bring counsel into negotiations. You need to be more disciplined in your communication, study, short journeys, your relationship with your siblings, etc. You need to work on these now even more. Or maybe because Jupiter is children also, maybe this is the time you may conceive. This might be the time when you can gain some weight. Your partner can gain some weight. You need to take care of all of that as well. Also, it will give you courage, because it's the 3rd and the 12th lord also, not to forget. So you might just make short journeys, short trips in solitude. You want to just, work on your health. Maybe you're visiting some hospital during this time when Jupiter is retrograde. Also, there can be some leak of time, or maybe, you're wasting your time somewhere. You need to work on. You need to have that strong connectivity with your friends, siblings, neighbors. You need to work on your relationship core circle that you have. Okay, now is the time you should build on. This is also the time when you can your siblings can leave and go to some foreign land or distant land or somewhere else. International upskilling is also quite visible. Retreat writing, sunsetting stale projects, sleep, mental health, hygiene, all these will be reworked when Jupiter is turning retrograde. If at all you have been having any kind of negotiations or anything to do with legal battles, etc., so this might just bring those things or those energies back. So this is something which is the key theme when it is retrograde, because it is the ruler of your third house. Whenever third house ruler is getting weak, because it's forming a Hamsa yoga, but with retrogression, it is minimizing the impact. So it is definitely minus, minus, plus for you guys as well. But it will amplify, enemies, health issues, because Jupiter is going back to the Gemini sign. So check what happened when Jupiter was in Gemini sign. Did I say when Jupiter in Gemini sign video, what all I said? Did it happen? So that will help you understand the key theme of Jupiter coming back to Gemini sign also. So check. And whatever you will start now will come to force next year in June. So that is also one way to look at it. Okay. So this is what, and the remedy is that if you can just offer yellow sweets to the kids or children, or, just mend one relationship, say thank you to at least one person in a day. Although we say thank you so many times, but we should mean it and say it in that way. So maybe you do something which, maybe you can just take a thank you from someone. So do something of that sort that you get a thank you in return. All right. So no question for Capricorn, I believe. It's a Pisces. There is a question. I requested some opinion on Virgo. Yeah, I'll check the Virgo towards the end, of course. Coming to the next one, that is Aquarius. All right. For Aquarius, this is the third house transit where Jupiter is going to be transiting. It is in retrogression now. Jupiter is the ruler of your second and the 11th houses. So one of the Rishadaya also, but there's a Mars and Mercury in the 10th house. So it's a Upchaya. So it is definitely very positive for you guys, because it is going to be retrograding in your fifth house, sixth house, and going backwards towards your fifth again. So if you had any health protocols or anything to do with your career, etc., so now you're going to be fixing it all with Jupiter retrogression. Your staff, your vendors, your compliance, you'll be just clarifying your stuff. You're going to be in routine now. You're going to be working on your audience and your promises also. Okay. And also this is, don't stretch too much anything that you're doing or talking or anything which you feel it's being stretched. Just control. Maybe, sometimes we become very, like, I also do that. I start teaching and preaching, and it is boring at times. I know that it is extended, and I really don't have to apologize for that. I'm sorry, I'm not apologizing, because that's so very me, and my Jupiter is very, very strong. But you know what, we must draw a line, of course, to some extent, when it is like going beyond. So you must draw a line. Also, ethics around monetization, that's very essential with Jupiter in the sixth house in retrogression. Being the ruler of the second house, it's a Marakasthana. So you need to figure out where you can plug those expenditures, how you can, be more careful about your investments. You should plan your budget now. And also, being the ruler of the second house, Jupiter is looking at the second house also. Okay. So this is something you need to really, if you have any kind of issues that you're dealing with your family members, this is the time you can reconcile also. Anything where, your voice training is required, where your speech is required, where your finances you're working through. So all this you will be doing when Jupiter is going to be in retrogression. You will be working on these things as well. So it is good for pricing your strategy, patron programs, and voice training, as I said. And also, just don't commit what you can't fulfill. That is something you have to be careful about. Saturn will stabilize once it gets direct a lot many things, and your income also, and your voice also. Donate medicines. That's the best thing when Jupiter is in the sixth house. And if you can just go and help some old needy and orphanage or old age homes or something, you definitely will be that'll be a good remedy. And Om Guruve Namaha. Om Guruve Namaha. Om Guruve Namaha. If you can chant this 108 times on Thursdays, it'll help you with your decision making and your routine setting and your health also, and your mental setup also. You will not get involved in any kind of enmity with others. People will not get attracted to you in a negative manner. Okay. So that kind of aura you will be building with this. Okay. And of course, Jupiter retrogression, you can forgive anybody anytime. Of course, you can ask for forgiveness. You will get it any which ways. Okay. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, this transit of Jupiter is going to be in exaltation, in retrogression in your fifth house. Now, Jupiter is your ascendant lord, is your 10th lord. Kendratipati dosha is there as well here. So now just let's go back and review once. Were you very creative when Jupiter was here in the direct motion? Any conception or any kind of childbirth you experienced, or any kind of travels that favored you also, anything of that sort? Now is the time to re-edit the creative work that you were involved in. Also about yourself, because Jupiter is looking at your first house, and when it was direct, it was looking at your self, your first house. So this was good for public teaching, policy making, and also name and fame must have increased at the workplace because it's the 10th lord also. But do remember, it's eighth from the 10th where Jupiter was transiting through. So it must have given you some hidden agendas of people also coming into limelight at the workplace. You did not expect, but something must have happened. Now with this retrogression and Jupiter inching backwards towards the Gemini sign, so there will be something to do with your home work and home balancing, which will happen. Some kind of workaholism will increase. You might just be having some executive education programs, board credentials, institutional roles, mentorship ladders. All these will increase, and this will strengthen your personal resolve also. In case you have anything that you have to resolve for, this will be helping you itself. And you will be climbing the ladder now with this Jupiter retrogression, because it's in the 8th house. Jupiter was transiting from the 10th. So this is something which is going to be positive for you. Definitely, you must align your your creative strength with your work. Put it in, and also maybe you will find somebody at the workplace who will be helping you. You might just be going in for some certification program now. So this is good for you. And also, you can recite Vishnu Sahasranamam any which ways. It is good for you. And you can also do the bowl remedy. Take a metal bowl, copper, brass, and place it under the sun in the morning with yellow flowers or turmeric. If you don't get yellow flowers, at least turmeric, you can add it and place it there. And in the evening before sunset or somewhere around sunset, you can bring it home and sprinkle in the house, and especially on your kids, on your family members. You can sprinkle everywhere in the kitchen, and then you can just that water, you can put it to the plants. You can give it to the plants. Okay. So this remedy works wonders. I've done it myself, and my relationship became better with other people, with my kids, with my son, with my husband. Things get better, and your knowledge also gets enhanced and improved. You will be making some really wise decisions if you start doing this remedy. And at least for 43 days, if it's said that you do a remedy, things will start giving the results only after that. All right. Now, there is a question for Pisces, for Scorpio. Oh, where is it? Hi, ma'am. I'm Pisces ascendant. I'm running Jupiter Mahadasha Rahu. Yeah, Jupiter Mahadasha will be playing out a very important role in your life, and it is retrograde in the second house. Okay, Rahu is in the first house. Okay, Saturn Mahadasha starting after 11 months, asking for. See, always remember one thumb rule is there when Jupiter Dasha is ending. Jupiter Rahu is the last Dasha. So it is a Chidra Dasha when Jupiter and Saturn is handing over to Saturn. So Chidra Dasha means that from Rahu, it is Saturn Dasha which is starting. So any wrong decision if you make during this time period or too good to be true decision that you get involved in, then your Saturn Dasha goes for a toss. So you must be cautious about your finances. Don't get carried away in making decisions about your finances, about your family, about your food, about your thought process. You should not follow a wrong path during this time. If you make a wrong decision, it definitely will sabotage your Saturn Dasha. I'm sorry to use this word sabotage, but it is definitely going to be giving you very bad results if you don't do the right things in the Jupiter Rahu Dasha. It is too good to be true situation that you will get involved in. For sure, I've seen in many, many horoscopes, and you get lured and you make wrong decisions. So be watchful. And Jupiter is in your second house, it is definitely going to be giving you're from your family background is very good. Though Rahu is in the first house, so when you were born, the family condition was really bad. When you were born, and they were having some demise in the family also happens. You can check with your parents. But Sonam, you must understand that this Jupiter Rahu period is a life turning experience that you're going to be entering into. So be careful about what you want to do with this. You can make it or you can break it. Saturn will, of course, depends where your Saturn is, but Saturn Mahadasha generally in Saturn, I don't want Saturn to give you very good results. It should give you very slowly. Otherwise, it's said that when Saturn gives you very good results, or any Dashantra Dasha gives you initially very good results, the subsequent sub-dashas or sub-cycles go for a toss. They don't give you that great results. So you need to really, really be careful about your decision making during this time, and henceforth also maybe you might just make some wrong decisions and wrong choices, and you will land up into some trouble. So this is what I can say. If Saturn is in your ninth house, of course, so this is definitely for Pisces, it is aspected by Rahu also, so it can give you some issues here and there with regards to your, because it is your 12th lord also in the ninth house. So maybe you will be traveling to overseas places, some overseas place. But from Jupiter, it is the 8th house Saturn. So you have to take care of your health. Okay. Anyhow, this is it, I think. One more. Gayatri has asked, I'm so sorry. Virgo ascendant. Okay, one sec. Let me make the Virgo chart. I think I've stopped sharing. Sorry. Virgo ascendant, Jupiter Dasha, all right, and Saturn Antardasha felt like some positive move in finding the partner during exaltation, but nothing materialized. But where is it? Where is your Jupiter? Where is your Saturn? You didn't mention that. Anyhow, see, Virgo, you must understand that Saturn is in your seventh house. When Saturn turns direct, things will start moving in the direction that it will enhance the relationship. It will, maybe if you're unmarried, you will marry, because it's a dual transit also. So June onwards next year, things will be better for you, because Jupiter will be directly looking at, now it's retrograde, so Jupiter will be looking at this Saturn. Generally, when Jupiter is Atichari, I've seen people make wrong choices and wrong decisions, especially when Jupiter is so strong. So when it is Atichari, it can give you some issues. But yeah, nothing materialized yet. Yes, it will materialize next year. I read this just now. It will materialize only next year. Okay, don't worry. Which Guru mantra I should chant? Sheetal. Guru Beej mantra. See, Beej mantra you should not recite until unless you have got Diksha. So the safest is Vishnu Sahasranamam. You can hear if you can't recite, or Vishnu Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That's the only chant. Or Om Guruve Namaha. That's why I give only these chants. When you do the Beej mantra, it has to be given, or you should have Diksha. It should be initiated by a guru or someone who has recited for over 1.25 lakhs times. So if it is so, if the guru that you are seeking, see, I donate chants, but the chants that I have mastered, only then if you master, you can also further donate, but you need to master the chants first. Okay. Vishnu Sahasranamam is very good. You must understand, Sonam, that Vishnu Sahasranam, if you are doing in the morning, you must complete it by Lalita Sahasranam in the evening. People are just blindly doing Vishnu Sahasranam, and because it's so in thing, no? The newbies, they are just throwing it away in the market as if, it is, I don't know what to say. It's really sad to see all this, when it is so incomplete information. Vishnu is not complete until unless you do the Lalita Sahasranam. So Vishnu Sahasranam and Lalita Sahasranam both have to be done. Some put. So in the morning Vishnu and in the evening Lalita Sahasranamam you should do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I did ask that for Virgo, right? Since you asked, Jupiter is in the 12th house, okay, and Saturn is in the 5th house. So it's forming a 6-8 relationship again. And which question was that? I got confused between Sonam and you, Gayatri. Virgo ascendant here, Jupiter, Dasha, Saturn, Dasha. Okay. See, first of all, Saturn is in your 6 places away, and Jupiter is in your 5th house. Saturn is looking at your natal Saturn, transiting Saturn. Natal Saturn is looking at your transiting Saturn also. And Jupiter is in your 12th house. So so it's good. Jupiter in the 12th house is not bad for you because it is the Kendradipati Yoga and it is transiting. So when Jupiter next year for some time will be transiting your 12th house, though I feel that when Jupiter is direct next year, June, you will find a potential partner, not now. I understood what you mean. So it is going to be next year. I stick to that only. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope I was clear and I could help you all with the video and you could understand what exactly is this about and how is it going to play out. So I'm a little tired. I traveled today, so I thought I'll just make a quick video because I was late already. So thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat.